And NATO put Ukraine on notice. We're not going to sit here and supply you so you can take a house, so you can take a street, so you can take a tree line. You said you wanted to take Melitopol. We gave you equipment that you said you could accomplish that mission, and now you're not doing it. So do you want us to help you or not? And so Ukraine's had to go back to these massed armored assaults. And that's what we're seeing right now. They're sending battalions of armor in to a kill zone where the Russians are decimating them, destroying them. It's mass murder is what's happening on the battlefield right now. Ukraine's not going to achieve its objectives, but it's tragic because we are literally sacrificing Ukrainian manpower for our own, I don't know what we get out of it. Do we feel good about this? I have not yet figured out what the West truly wants to accomplish in Ukraine, because right now, all that it seems they want to accomplish is the destruction of the Ukrainian nation and the destruction of Ukraine's manpower.
It's supporting democracy, Scott. That's why, Ukraine is the bastion of democracy. And if you let this bastion of democracy fall, then what hope is there left for the rest of us?
Ukraine has never been democratic in the traditional sense of the word. They may have held at some point in time democratic elections, but these were elections that were controlled by oligarchs, controlled by, well, it sounds a lot like America, but we won't reflect on that too much. But the fact is today, Zelensky has suppressed free speech. He's suppressed political parties. He governs as a virtual dictator, and yet we're saying this is democracy that we're defending. It's the most corrupt nation on the planet. If we ever did an audit where the $150+ billion that we sent to Ukraine went, we'd be shocked by what we find, because you'd see that fully 60 to 70% of that never reached its intended usage. It went into the pockets of these corrupt politicians, including the Ukrainian president.
Well, don't worry. We'll have elections in October in Ukraine to elect new leadership there. Oh, right. No, those elections have been canceled, which is what you do in a democracy. Scott Ritter, great to see you as always. Thank you so much for this and providing an analysis on this nuclear rhetoric, which, of course, the West wants to blow out of proportion. Western media wants to blow totally out of proportion without the nuance here. Scott, thanks so much for this, as always. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.